Bboc Boxing, what's going on, boxing heads and fight fans around the world? Bob Arum, top ranked CEO, longtime promoter. Bob Arum's kind of spooked for his star pupil, his star fighter, Vasyl Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Vasyl Lomachenko's supposed to fight the man. I think it's at the end of this month, if I'm not mistaken. He's supposed to fight the man. What's that guy's name? Luke Campbell. Okay, for unification, which I'm totally against. Nothing against Luke Campbell. I actually want Luke Campbell to prosper. I don't think that Lomachenko should be fighting for the WBC belt. He wasn't even in the rankings a month ago. Even now, he's not. He was never in the WBC rankings. But all of a sudden, he gets to bring his two belts to the party and fight for the vacant WBC belt. You know, the man Luke Campbell deserves his own title shot without having to face the man Lomachenko. But that's neither here nor there. Bob Arum is concerned and spooked for Lomachenko because he doesn't trust the British Boxing Board of Control. Okay, or Boxing Board of Control, whatever you call it. All right. This is in light of, Dillian White testing positive for a bad substance. The test in question was, he got positive by UCAT, United Kingdom Anti-Doping. White was also tested before and after the fight by VADA, and this VADA test, they came up clean somehow. Uh, but White's the two tests that White had tested positive for with UCAT were two metabolites of a bad substance. One of them was, oh Lord, I can't even remember the name now. So on the day of the fight, which on July 20th, with the White appeared before some kind of hearing, the National Anti-Doping Panel, which cleared him to fight. Why, I don't know, but they cleared him to fight. But of course, Oscar Rivas wasn't present for that hearing. You know what I'm saying, with the National Anti-Doping Panel. You know what I mean? The status of White's B sample is still unknown. We still don't know about his B sample. I made a video about it last week. But apparently, Dillian White's legal representatives are trying to straighten out the matter with the British Boxing Board of Control and UCAT, whatever that means. What is there to straighten out? Positive, just waiting on the B sample. But they might be some foul play going on, some kind of tactics to cover up tactics, you know what I mean? So the man Bob Arum obviously is concerned, you know what I mean? And what actually got him concerned, he brought Oscar Rivas over there to top rank, courtesy of Yvonne Michelle, you know what I mean? And because Yvonne Michelle is Oscar Rivas' promoter up there in Canada with Jim, you know what I'm saying? The Yvonne Michelle group, okay? But the man Bob Arum is concerned about Oscar Rivas and his whole team, how they weren't aware that the man Dillian White had tested positive for a bad substance. You know what I'm saying? And they weren't aware that White had an issue with a drug test. And they also, Oscar Rivas' team didn't even know that White appeared at a hearing on the day of the fight. Now these type of things are concerning to Bob Arum, and you can't blame him. You can't blame him one bit. He's taking his star fighter over there to England. Supposed to have a fight fair and square, but I'm sure he's probably having second thoughts and doubts about this all of a sudden. So Bob Arum is upset that the British Boxing Control, they should have immediately, let the man Oscar Rivas and his team know. You know what I'm saying? When they found out that the man, Dillian White, had popped dirty for a bad substance. I mean, that's common protocol. That should be just, they did that for Eric Morales versus Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia still fought the guy who was on an old man on bad substance. But At least they still let him know. They didn't put him in there with his blindfolded, fighting a guy who's juiced up. You know what I mean? And Bob Arum also believes that Rivas and this team, they should have been there. They should have been present at that hearing. You know what I mean? So this month, like I said, there's going to be a unification. So I'm going to read you between Lomachenko and Luke Campbell in England. So I'm going to read you some quotes from the man Bob Arum. This is pretty riveting right here. Quote, ordinarily, I wouldn't be concerned, but ask me if I'm damn right. I am, because I don't trust the British born commissions, whether it's in the U.S. or the British Boxing Board of Control, who in this area look totally inept. I think it would be a good thing to have an internationally recognized body taking over the testing program. I was very upset with what I read with the White situation. What made me upset was not the ultimate decision to let him fight, but the fact that the opponent was never given any notice that White had tested positive, at least in his A sample. That was absolutely wrong. You don't do that to an opponent. Whoever handled this made a terrible, terrible mistake. This is a serious business. Guys can get hurt. Give the fighter notice and let him also be in on the decision. Boxing needs a standard on drug testing. It has to be addressed right away as early as next week. This is a serious, serious problem. End quote. Bob Arum. Now, this is what I was making when I made a couple videos about this situation. Some people came in my comment section and there was still, there was straddling the fence, you know what I mean? They had one foot in, one foot out, and there's no such thing in this situation. The man popped dirty for a bad substance. I don't give a fuck if he got cleared by VADA. He got caught by UCAD. And apparently VADA is supposed to be more stringent testing protocols than UCAD, but he got popped by UCAD. They didn't let this man Oscar Rivas know. The man Dalian White has a hearing the day of the fight, and Oscar Rivas' team was not present. And I'm not even going to get into the glove situation, because that's a whole different video, a whole different topic. Can you blame Bob Arum after seeing this shenanigans go on over there in England? Can you blame him one bit? What's for them not to have Luke Campbell juiced up and roided to the gills? And I'm not saying he is. He ain't never been caught as a drug cheater, at least from what I'm aware of. And I'm not saying he is. But why wouldn't they take and use every advantage to beat one of the best pound for pounders? He's coming over there to England. Why wouldn't those thoughts run through the mind of a Bob Arum? Personally, I'd be spooked my damn self too, you know what I mean? I'd be terrified of going over there, not because Luke Campbell is a world beater and the guy is a is a world class knockout artist and is undefeated. No, no, and he's even not undefeated. He has two losses. Um, but just that the fact that the British Boxing Control and UCAD are allowing such things to happen under their watch. And this isn't the first time stuff has been swept under the rug. This dates back to Tyson Fury also, you know what I mean? With his tested positive results when he fought Christian Hammer. You know what I'm saying? So I would be concerned my damn self too if I was Bob Arum, you know what I mean? There's unethical practices going on over there in England. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Dillian White supporters, the USA haters, and they come together, you know. This is not something I'm making up, man. There's channels out here who bashing American fighters, bashing PBC every goddamn day. The best thing to do is just boycott American fighters, boycott the PBC, boycott all those channels that you come on here on YouTube and just regurgitate, trying to complaining about their content. Just stay away from that shit. Matter of fact, just stay away from all that stuff. Don't even mention it. Just continue watching Sky Sports Boxing Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing on DAZN. Just watch what you like. If you keep complaining about this PBC and the Dillian White and American fighters, Tank Davises and the Charlos and the Errol Spencers, complain about them all you want, but you're not gonna give guys props like Jared Hurd, who was doing his damn thing, Julian J. Rock Williams, who was doing his damn thing too. You know, you know what I'm saying? So those Dillian White supporters, usually Matchroom nut huggers, Anthony Joshua supporters. The Anthony Joshua and the Dillian White supporters. It's basically like a tug of war. You know what I'm saying? Whenever the man Dillian White has anything offensive to say about Anthony Joshua, then they kick him to the curb. But when Dillian White is bashing the man Deontay Wilder, then they give him a warm reception. They bring him back into the house. Come back in. Sorry we kicked you out. It's cold. It's wintertime. Come back in the crib. You know what I mean? So they have a love-hate relationship with the guy. But when it comes to anything about him tested and tested for positive for a banned substance, they're giving the guy a pass. You know what I'm saying? It's like fellas wanted to pop champagne the day when they found out that the man was cleared by VADA, disregarding the fact that the man, Oscar Rivas' life was in danger on many different scenarios. Fighting a guy who's popped dirty for a banned substance, fighting a guy who possibly has loaded gloves. But yet these people out here, man, they was condoning, they was jubilated, and it was like they was acting like it was 1995 when O.J. Simpson got acquitted for that Nicole Simpson murder. You know what I'm saying? Knowing damn well that the man Dillian White did what he did, but they applauding him like, yeah, man, he's out to clear. Yeah, he ain't out to fucking clear. Dude got suspended by the WBC and he got dropped in the WBA ratings. Yeah. But guess what these people gonna do? They gonna blame Wilder for this. People are sickos, you know what I mean? Thinks all the boxer, what's going on, big man? He says, hey, yo, just getting in. How you rate Campbell compared to Loma's other lightweight opponents? I think Luke Campbell's a good fighter. Um, he fought Linares, and I had him losing that fight because he got dropped. If he didn't get dropped, it would be a draw on my card. You know what I mean? So he showed he can hang with top-rated lightweight contenders of the world. You know what I mean? Um, does he have a chance to beat Lomachenko? I think he does. You know what I mean? I think Lomachenko is not. Compared to guys like Bud Crawford and Naoya Inoue and Usyk, I'd rate those guys probably top four. Bud Crawford, Lomachenko, Inoue, and Usyk, top four pound for pounders. Out of any of those four guys, the most vulnerable, the guy who can lose anytime sooner than later to me would be Lomachenko. I mean, Lomachenko showed chinks in his armor versus Linares, and also versus Pedraza. You know what I mean? So I think Luke Campbell has an opportunity if he fights like he says. He proclaimed himself, man. He'll have to fight a boring fight, and I think if he comes into the with the mindset of just boxing, keeping the guy on the end of his jab, you know what I'm saying, using his height and reach, and also banging, you know what I'm saying. Fuck that amateur shit. Both guys are 2012 Olympian gold medalists. Fuck that amateur shit. This the pros, the hurt game. He's also gonna have to hurt the man Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Convince the judges that he gave him a thorough beating, but the odds are stacked against him, and Lomachenko is a world class operator, no question about it. Thinks out of the box and said, y'all going to Russia with drug testing. Happy to hear news about that light heavyweight contest. So do I. Might have a video coming up on that either today or tomorrow. Who knows? Neutral Natural with his patented two eyes watching. What's going on, man? What it do? What's good with you, man? Neutral Natural says Luke Campbell just going to have to clinch Lomachenko a lot. And he just might have to, you know what I mean? He just might have to. He's gonna have to bang out, you know what I'm saying? And when Lomachenko's trying to let his hands go, especially on the inside, he's gonna have to clinch, make him reset, make the referee separate them, and make Lomachenko have to reset. That's a good strategy right there. Neutral Natural says Lomachenko don't fight well on the out, don't fight on the outside well. Yeah, he's a good inside fighter. You know what I mean? Punching with angles, moving his feet. You know, combinations. You know, in and out, but not Manny Pacquiao style in and out. You know what I'm saying? He's a come forward fighter. And don't get it twisted. The man's not like a back foot fighter like Rigondeaux, Floyd Mayweather, these type of fighters. You know what I mean? He's a come forward fighter. He's gonna be pressing the action. Luke Campbell gotta pump that jab. He's gotta pump that jab. A jab is the key to being a great fighter. Real talk, you know what I mean? Real talk. Look at Keith Thurman. He got exposed. He got exposed. Man has no jab. You know what I'm saying? He got out jabbed by Manny Pacquiao, a guy people always says a one-handed fighter, a left-hand fighter. Manny Pacquiao was a boxer. Took away his jab, took away the man Keith Thurman's jab with his jab. You know what I mean? So that jab is crucial. He's gonna have to pump that jab. Okay, Thinks Out of Boxing says, I'm sorry, Neutral Natural says, it's too many fighters with strong bear. It's it's not too many fighters with strong bear hugging clinching. Yeah, sometimes these fighters forget that that's a tactic they could use, especially when they hurt, or especially to reset, make a guy reset. That was Floyd Mayweather's strategy versus Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he was holding to clinch but to make Manny Pacquiao reset. You know what I mean? Floyd got the longer reach, pump that jab, keep him at the end of the jab, throwing lead right hands. You know what I'm saying? And you know, catching Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's coming forward, clinch, make Manny Pacquiao have to reset, then Floyd gets back to boxing. Simple. Okay. Fix All the Boxing says Loma came ready with the anti-clinching versus Lil Rigo, so he better be ready for these bigger guys. No doubt about it, man. And Luke Campbell is a big dude compared to Loma, you know what I mean? We'll see if he could use those advantages. But back to Bob Arum, man. You see, Bob Arum got to made some great points, and you know, look, I understand Lomachenko. It's a new market he's trying to reach out to. He did win a gold medal out there in London, and it's great for the British fans to get to see one of the best pound for pounders come to their backyard to fight their gold medalist. You know what I mean? It's great for boxing. That's what boxing's all about. Worldwide sport. You know what I'm saying? Giving these the British fans an opportunity to see a world class operator, but it might come with some consequences. You know what I mean? And Bob Arum and them, they have to be aware that these British boxing board of control, it's not out of their reach to give the man concessions. Lou Campbell, they might, he might look. The might be juicing, and I'm not saying he is, and they'll let him pass. They'll let him get away with it and fight the guy when he's under a banned substance, just to get the edge. You know what I mean? You check it. So don't be surprised, man. But I hope all the best for Luke Campbell and Lomachenko. I just want a clean fight. You know what I mean? Hopefully nobody's doing no steroids or testing positive for a banned substance. You know what I mean? But Bob Arum, good luck, man. You know, good luck. And Bob Arum has every right to be skeptical, spooked out, and concerned about the immoral practices going on over there in England with the banned substance, steroids, anti-doping situation. Bboc Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. What's going on, EJ? Boxing Live in the chat. Neutral Natural says Campbell need to make Lomachenko respect his power early in the fight to win. Yes, indeed. Neutral Natural says Lomachenko 117, 110 UD over Luke Campbell. I'll make my prediction. I gotta even find out when the fight is. I know it's sometime probably in August. You know what I mean? We'll see. But big ups to everybody in the chat. Neutral Natural, EJ Boxing Live, Fix Art of Boxing, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next vid. Let me know in the comment section if you're listening on archives. What you, EJ Boxing Live says, haha, drug up country, you think, huh? I mean, look, man, I just read the article from Bob Arum. Do I think that there's bad practices going over there in England? No question about it, man. No doubt about it. I mean, they let a guy fight when he was had steroids in his system and didn't even alert the opponent. You know, that's not even borderline criminal. That is criminal. If I was Oscar Rivas, I'd sue the fuck out of them. I'm not even going to talk about the glove situation because they were aware of the glove situation, but they still went on with the fight. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely taking it to litigation, taking it to the highest court possible. You know what I'm saying? EJ Boxer Live says Eddie done it to herself and Dillian talked too much. Yeah, Dillian talked too much, but he's quiet now, you know what I mean? He's been quiet ever since that stuff came out. You know what I'm saying? He be calling Wilder a crackhead. I'd say he's the drug abuser. Calling Wilder a crackhead, but he's the one who has a banned substance and steroids in his system. Go figure. Be Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm gone.